Okay, so just to say this first and to get it out of the way, I will be doing episode reenactments where I take the paper of the character and then like kind of like play around with him like puppets a lot, but I also want to do reviews to like go in more in depth about the episode and stuff, so I'll do half reviews, half reenactments, like 50-50. I was planning to do a reenactment today, so I didn't take all the pictures, but I'm doing a review because I changed my mind, so again, might not have all the pictures. Let's do the episode though. Episode 16. So Rashad obviously has his red saber Valkyrie, which he copied from Valt's blue saber Valkyrie. Rashad challenges Valt to a battle to, I guess, prove that he's the better blader with Valkyrie. Valt's pretty confident because he knows that he and Valkyrie have a strong bond. Bell is there. And then Rashad does his creepy face, which is really, really creepy. Oops. There's more creepy of a face. He's kind of like holding up his launcher a little bit. And there's the even more creepier face. And then Valt is kind of just, angry. He's getting focused. And then we get a little flashback where Rashad joins BC Soul. We see Valt using Brave Valkyrie. And then he beats, I guess, it looks like Super Hyperion with 2D and Extreme. So just a random blader. No one too special. And then this is obviously after sparking, because it looks like his Brave Valkyrie is more polished, and that's what happens to his Bey after the Super King season. So this is after the Super King season in Dynamite Battle. I assume maybe during the 1st to 3rd episode. Rashad's kind of there. He's asking Valt to join the team, and I guess talking about how he really likes Valkyrie. Free's also there, kind of just intervening in the conversation, making some sassy comments from time to time. And then Valt sees potential in Rashad and lets him join, I guess. And then Rashad just being annoying and making weird faces. And then we get this like scene where they're both eating food. And then I believe this is Free's favorite meal, actually, because then in God, what's her name? Auntie, I forget her name, but Auntie, there's this, like, the cook, the aunt, like, they call her Auntie something, or Ange. I think it's Ange. Yeah, she makes this for Free all the time, and I think she said once that it's his favorite meal. And then we see them kind of bonding over eating food together. Valt's practicing launching. Rashad's practicing launching with the fellow BC Soul people. Valt's practicing. Rashad's getting really sweaty. And then he's still training, going at it. And Belle's kind of just laughing because I guess Rashad's telling them. Is Rashad telling them this, or is it just a flashback where Rashad's thinking about it? No, I think it's just a flashback. And then Belle starts laughing, and he's like imitating like the judge, which is a pretty good imitation if I'm being honest, because the judge is like quirky in a way. And then he's kind of just talking about like Valt, and then it's in Japanese, but he calls Rashad's Valkyrie like Heaven Valkyrie. Heaven, it's something that starts with an H, like Heaven Valkyrie, Heaven Valkyrie. I'm pretty sure it means like a mean kind of word, like dumb Valkyrie or something, donkey Valkyrie. Then he kind of just imitates Rashad kind of, and then makes fun of him. And then he makes all these weird faces. I like how Belial, I like how Bell is very expressive. It makes him different from the other protagonists. And then Rashad is kind of just screaming at him to stop. The battle starts. And then this is color edited because I'll use it for the thumbnail. So there's that. Valt goes God mode, which means that he's like resonating with his Bey, and there's this white void around him. And I guess even though he's only facing an opponent like Rashad, he knows that he trained Rashad really well. Rashad is a powerful blader, and then obviously that he wants to prove that he and he alone is the blader to own Valkyrie. And this is really important to him, so I guess he's surrounded by the white void. Rashad is there too. Really cool. We see a flashback of them launching together. That's cool. And then this is also going to be used for the thumbnail, so color edited-ish. And then Rashad, there's this launch form. Basically, he does this thing where he holds his launcher up like Delta, kind of, like in his chest kind of way. Flames go up, and then he steps onto the floor. He spreads his arms out kind of like a bird, and then he kind of like tilts his launcher up, and then launches it. So the whole idea, I guess, is that Savior Valkyrie is supposed to go high into the air and then come back down with momentum. And then that's also a pretty smart way to launch, because then you can come into the stadium after the opponent has already landed their Bey, and you have a lot more momentum. Obviously, you see the power here. Valt is obviously launching powerful as well. And then they're clashing. They chase each other around the upper ridge. Valt speeds up. And then it looks like Rashad uses his jumping gimmick to kind of jump over jump over the blue Savior Valkyrie. He speeds up, and then he kind of comes in for this intersection right here where he's going around Valt. And then he comes in from the side, uses Saber Sword, and that sends Valt pretty far back. But Valt is a powerful blader, and one move won't be enough to take him out. So he hits the wall, starts awakening his rubber. So if you guys didn't know, these little 3 blades here awaken, which means, I guess, that these blades are attack orientated. So if they awaken, I don't get what that's supposed to mean. Maybe it's because the rubber on the inside is like harder, because if you take away a blade, that's a bad thing. So I mean, maybe it makes it more round, but Valkyrie's not the type for stamina, so maybe the rubber is making the rubber harder or something. But the rubber does awaken. There's the rubber there, and then in the next couple shots you can see that the rubber is completely gone. Oh, I get it. I think it's supposed to help him speed up with his winged launch, and then he comes in full power, and he just slams Rashad. I'll probably use this shot for the thumbnail too. I don't know. And then, yeah, they get sent flying, and Rashad bursts just not a split second. Rashad bursts a good maybe like 2 seconds before Valt's Bey bursts. As you can see, Rashad's Bey is completely bursted, and then Valt's Bey is bursting just barely after that. Valt's pretty confident, pretty happy. He knew he would win, obviously. And then he's showing Rashad how he won, and his Bey is awakened. We see them clank Beys, so Valt is just, forgetting all about that. And then Bell is kind of just, sad that Valkyrie, he sees how powerful Valkyrie versus Valkyrie is. And then he kind of just wants to create that upgrade now. So he kind of goes into this room. Ranzo and Basara. And I feel like Basara is going to be like a Fubuki. Or maybe he's even like a Wakiya. Because Wakiya, he was a decent character in the end of Sparking. He was there kind of like coaching Hikaru and Hyuga a little bit. But he only had 1 episode with his actual Bey. And Basara had 1 episode with his actual Bahamut. But now he's not that relevant. And it's only the next episode. I do get that this is Valt versus Rashad, so it's mainly focusing on that plot. But, and then Rashad's kind of just practicing in Freeze training spot, getting his Blader spirit on. And then Bell crafts the V gear. I think V gear is for Valkyrie gear and F gear is for Fafnir gear. The Spriggan gear is supposed to go on the disc, and then the Longinus gear is supposed to, I guess, combine it all together and make, air quotes, the perfect Belial. So he combines it into the driver, and then there's that. Or I think, I took the picture out of the wrong way. So yeah, this looks like a really thick Belial. Really thick. Hold up. This doesn't even, I think they did something wrong with the animation here, because this doesn't have the F gear. So, and then Wakiya returns in the preview. This is, I really don't want it to be like Sparking, where he's just the owner of this ship where they practice on, which is basically what happens in episode 17. Wakiya's the leader of all these men, and then he's on this ginormous I guess ship kind of thing that goes in the air, and then they're practicing. I guess they go over the ocean. I really like that Wakiya'S returning, and I was in Super King when I first saw that he returned. I was super excited, and then now he's returning again, and I'm really excited too. But I don't want it to turn out like Super King, because Wakiya is my 3rd favorite character after Silas and Rentaro, or Rentaro and Silas. So Rentaro, then Silas, and Wakiya. And I really like Wakiya'S character and his Bey. really good character developments through God and everything, but I don't like how he was shown in Super King. It's just, he had this horrible Bey, like Jet Wyvern. It's not really. I mean, he basically beat Iger, Ranjiro, and Drum at the same time. I mean, I like that they're making Wakiya powerful in Super King, but they didn't really, like, involve him in the plot too much. So I really wish that they'd make a new Wyvern in DB. Honestly, I feel like it's going to be the same thing in DB as it was with Super King, but hopefully not. And then that is the last photo, which means that is the end of the episode review. And yeah, so once again, I'll do episode reviews and episode reenactments, like 50-50, you know, half and half. Obviously, Wakiya is a new character, so I'll have fun designing his character on the little paper thing. I still need to do the Belial avatar thing and maybe color a lot of the characters too. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have fun, peace out, and don't forget to keep on blading.